All right, today I'm going to share a really simple nervous system resetting hack that is helpful if you have brain fog, foggy headedness, and even if you have anxiety. Those may seem like two different patterns, but a root cause can be the same thing. So this is going to be from my training on neurosomatic intelligence. So understanding the brain functions, and the body, and then the symptoms that you experience, how it shows up in everyday life. So there may be many things contributing to all of these brain fog, foggy headedness, anxiety, but this one imbalance in our system can actually make a huge difference when we understand it and rebalance it. And that's that we don't actually have enough carbon dioxide in our system. Not something we actually hear. We always hear about oxygen, and then we need to be fully oxygenated and have that. But let me just explain. So, oxygen obviously is really necessary. But if our body has too much oxygen and not enough carbon dioxide, we can't actually utilize the oxygen in our system. We need carbon dioxide in order to exchange with oxygen and have it be available to our cells and to our body. So if our body is flooded with oxygen, this can come from how we're breathing, we're not breathing, we're almost over breathing, then we can be flooded with oxygen, but we can't actually use it. So we need that carbon dioxide to exchange with. So um, what we're going to do is we're going to do a little test around our breathing, and then I'm going to give you two different nervous system resetting tools today that you can try and see how they work for you. So first, we're going to do a little test, and what I like to do around the breathing, because often I think I'm breathing, but then how are we breathing? Are we getting the full capacity in our lungs? So I don't want you to change your breathing for this test. We're going to test again after to see if anything's changed. But for this first one, all you're going to do is just take your fingers and you're going to place them by your lower ribs. You can't see them, but they're right by my lower ribs. And you're just going to feel, do your ribs expand? Do they expand in 360 degrees? Are you breathing mostly in your chest and you're not getting any movement in your lower ribs? Or are you just breathing in one direction, maybe out and in, but not actually to the sides or to the back? So just note that first. Take a breath or two and just notice. And we're going to come back to this and you're going to see if anything's changed. So really important that you don't try to do your best breath ever at this point. You're just going to actually see what's going on. Because a lot of times what we're doing is we're breathing, especially when we're stressed, we're going about our world up here, and we might be breathing rapidly and in the chest. And that means we can be flooding our body with oxygen. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to just do a simple breath practice. And this is going to actually flood our body with a little more carbon dioxide. So it's a really simple breath pattern. We're going to do 5 breaths. We're going to breathe in for 5 counts. We're going to hold for 7 counts and breathe out for 8 counts through our mouth. So breathing in for 5, holding for 7, and then breathing out through pursed lips for 8. In your own time, in your own count, do another few. Breathe in for 5, hold for 7, breathe out for 8. Do that 2 more times. I'm going to do 4, not 5. One more time. Breathing out for 8. And at the end, you're just going to take a nice integrating breath and breathing it out. And then just put your hands back on your ribs and just feel again. Are you breathing any differently? If you've got rotation in there and breathing, you can also check your neck to see if there's more rotation before and after. That will show you a little bit of arm rotation. That can show you if you have more capacity. You can also notice how you feel. So that's one way. Did you get more movement? So what we're doing when we're doing this is creating something called air hunger. So when we're hungry for air, it means we have a little more carbon dioxide in our system, and then when we take a breath, our body's going to be able to absorb the oxygen better. So this can really contribute to foggy headed, we're not getting enough oxygen to our brain, or anxiety, we're getting too much. So, when people have hyperventilated, maybe they're anxious and they breathe into a paper bag, that actually is something that creates a little more carbon dioxide because we're breathing in and out of bag, we're breathing back in some of the carbon dioxide, and that will rebalance, regulate our system. So we're going to do another exercise, another nervous system tool that will create this air hunger. So it's a very simple one. This can be great, again, if you're feeling anxious or you're feeling that you're foggy headed or just noticing some nervous system dysregulation. This one's really, really simple. What you're going to do is you're going to take a breath in, you're going to exhale it, and you're going to do a little bit of movement until that first sign that you want to take a bigger breath. You are not holding this till you have to go at the end. You're just holding till you're like, oh, I would like to take a breath now. And then you take a breath, and then you're going to just do a normal breath or two, and then we'll retest after. So just take a breath in, breathing it all the way out, and then you move. So you can move by doing a little stomping. You can do some air squats. You can just, shake around, jump up and down for a second, whatever it takes. I just did a little sip there because I'm talking, but then say I'm like, I want a breath now. Breath in. Should be a pretty regular breath within one or two. And then just notice how you feel. Test those ribs again. I just have a little bit of a bigger breath. I was already breathing in there, but it's a bit of more of an expansion. Feel a little more movement in my neck as well. And my body just feels a little more relaxed than it did before. So you can do this, as I said, anytime you're feeling foggy headed, if you're feeling anxious. You can also do this if you're feeling actually okay, but you just want to optimize your system and do a bit of nervous system resetting. This can be really helpful to do anytime. There you go. Hope that was helpful. Little things that we do every day can make a massive difference in how we are able to show up, our capacity, just our resilience in the world, and basically for ourselves. We're able to show up for ourselves as well and be present to what we feel and have the tools to reset and build that resilience within. So if you like this, if you know anyone that you think would benefit from it, please forward it on. I'm here to provide little simple tips that you can do to balance your system out, to nourish you, to understand your body in a different way, and really radiate and thrive as the person you were born to be. So happy you're here. Bye for now. I will see you next time.